We're going to the Design Museum today to see the Wes Anderson exhibition. So, this is another Ray vlog. Yeah!
Ghost towns, arcade and abandoned loot. If it's weird or forgotten, I'm visiting for you. Oh, Ray theme parks, most stories are half truth. Locals stare while I do approve.
Hello, I'm Ray. We're at the Design Museum today. We're going to see the Wes Anderson exhibit, or they call it the Wes Anderson Archive. Apparently members go free. I've got a member, so I must go free. Yay! The Wes Anderson Archives. The first thing you see when you go to the Wes Anderson Archives is this big crate here. It just says the whole way round, I think, Wes Anderson Archives. So, yeah, that's that. So let's go through this door and see what's in the first room. Okay, you've got like a script here that must tell you what's in the exhibit. Devorah's going to help me look at this script. Let's have a look at the script. So you've got the script, and it just tells you about the different rooms and what you're going to see in the exhibition. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can like go forward and like get to it, you know? Oh, it's the large print guide, so that's for people who can't see very well. Dan had problems with his sight, so it's quite useful. I didn't see that there, so maybe I need this. Bottle rocket from Houston to Hollywood. Born in Houston, Texas in 1969, Wes Anderson first started making films as a child, using his father's Super 8 camera. Anderson later studied philosophy at the University of Texas in Austin, where he met Owen Wilson. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to meet Owen Wilson, but he did meet him. The pair took classes in playwriting and became roommates. Oh my God, he had to stay with Owen Wilson. I'm sure he's like a real handful as a roommate. They eventually began on the script that would become the first short film, Bottle Rocket. I don't know what Bottle Rocket is. Anderson directed while Wilson starred alongside his brother, Luke Wilson. You know, Luke Wilson is actually more successful than Owen Wilson, because Luke Wilson, he made his money in like being a robber baron or something, and like, you know, he was on a program where he's funding different like ideas, you know, like Dragon's Den, but like the American equivalent to it. The short film earned a spot at 1993's Sundance Film Festival. I went to the Sundance Film Festival, but they threw me out because they said they didn't want The Wonderful World of Ray, which is a big mistake. Okay, through the support of writer, actor and director Kit Carson, and an acquaintance of Wilson's father, Anderson and Wilson built industry contracts and signed contracts with production companies. Grace Film in Los Angeles developed a feature-length version of a film called Bottle Rocket in 1996. That's pretty cool. And that's like here, it's like a poster for the film Bottle Rocket. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And these are like ideas and like scripts. You see the scripts like the drawings. These like, you know, parts of the movie that they drew in advance to show like what was going on. And yeah, these are pretty cool. I like these a lot. They're like, you know, you can see the time and effort. This looks like that magazine that Devora likes, actually, in some of these pictures. Pretty Little Lies, or whatever it's called. What's that magazine called, Devora? The one you like? What's Pretty White Lies? Does it have pretty in it? Pretty Little Ray? Yeah, something like that. These are pretty awesome little drawings, and they show from the first film Bottle Rocket.
Drawing of his routine.
This is a little drawing of his routine, as Devora just told me, and it's like, look at all the detail and stuff in this little drawing. It's pretty cool. Okay, the Wes Anderson Archives. For over 30 years, American film director Wes Anderson has built a rich fictional worlds where narrative and design inseparably intertwined. Each of his films is marked by a highly original script, intriguing characters, and exciting attention. Exacting attention. God, I should have went to school or something. But they didn't teach me much. I learned from the school of hard knocks, you see. Behind every frame lies meticulous planning and a network of collaborators cultivated over decades. Throughout his career, Anderson has gathered a growing archive of notes, sketches, storyboards, props, puppets, costumes, sets and other designs, materials. These offer a window into his creative process, from Bottle Rocket in 1993 to Phoenician Scheme. What's that song? Phoenician Scheme, that's it. To 2025. This exhibition brings together artifacts from Anderson's archive for the first time ever, taking you on a behind-the-scenes journey through his work and distinctive approach to visual storytelling, shining light on the craft of filmmaking. It paints a picture of working methods and artistry of one of contemporary cinema's most visionary filmmakers. Very cool. Look at all these Polaroids from his movies. I think my favourite one is the almost Tom of Finland-esque pictures of Bill Murray up here, which I really, really like. And look, these are like different scripts and things like to do with the movies. And I guess like there's some photos they took to show the different locations of where they might want to be filming, which is pretty cool. To have all this in one place. Do you think they'll notice if I took one of these Polaroids away and put a Polaroid of me in its place? That would be quite good fun. And then people go, oh, was this Ray Wolfston in like a Wes Anderson film? And yeah, I'd be like movie famous, not only YouTube famous. What I like best about these is, look, you can see all the handwritten notes. What I like best about this, you can see all the handwritten notes. This one is, we should have cast Ray Wolfston in this movie. Yeah, what a good note that is. What we got here is some black and white pictures of them filming some of the movies. I quite like this one of him at his desk editing the movie, which is pretty cool. Look how young they look in these pictures. So these must have been taken in the early days, maybe when they were making that Bottle Rocket film they were talking about earlier. This guy is like thinking about, I should have been on the Ray Wolfston channel rather than in this movie. He's lucky, you can see he's thinking about it. It's like, I should have been on the Ray Wolfston channel. This guy almost looks like Corey Haim in this picture, don't you think? And he's thinking, I think he's thinking in this picture, he's taking a picture of himself thinking, I'm not as good an actor, I almost said actress. Well, he's almost a bit of an actress, isn't he? I'm not as good at actor as Corey Feldman. So here we go. So like jumping out, doing some like weird dance. It's like riding bottle rocket in the snow, and this one is like walking down the street. Here's some like more on location photos, but these probably came from like his own collection. And this is like programmes for the theatre. Playbills from Rough Cut Theatre featuring a play by Wes Anderson and Owen Wilson. So before he was like invading people's weddings and uninvited, before Owen Wilson was invading people's weddings uninvited and like trying to be a supermodel and, you know, trying to do Blue Steel, but he can't do it properly, he was writing plays. There's a film called Rushmore. I actually did watch this one. I did watch the film called Rushmore, and these are some of the props. There's like this picture of Bill Murray and some of his family. Let's have a look. It's pretty cool. There's like this hat over here, workman's hat. And there's like some of the outfits they wore in the movie. Let's have a look. It's pretty cool. Some of these outfits. This looks like it's been worn pretty hard wear on that jacket there. Let's have a look and see what these are from. It's a green velvet suit with bow tie, school uniform, necktie, navy blazer and beret, brown pucker and stripes, brown school bag. This doesn't really say much. What's it say? It says Rushmore Academy sign. Rushmore was shot on the campus of St. John's School in Houston, Texas. That's cool, isn't it? So, these are pretty, like, I remember being at boarding school when I was a wee wolf, and we used to wear blazers like this, but I wouldn't wear them fashion. But then look at my shirt. I don't really know fashion, do I? This is a map of Rushmore. We just saw the costumes, now we've seen the map. Pretty cool. I like the little shark here. That's probably my favourite bit. Here's some photos from the film Rushmore. Laser badges from Rushmore. And here's some like photos of, some of the main photos from the film. Here's some scripts and like little notes on them, and more photos of the main guys. I think he's the main guy, isn't he? Got a Swiss Army knife, and we've got like a viewfinder here. And this was used by, it was a gift to Anderson. Yeah, very cool. Devorah, what was the main character called in Rushmore? Apparently he was called Max, but I don't get the rest of his name, just Max. Fisher, is that right? Okay. Over here we got like other things from the movie, which are very cool. got this like book with bees on it, which I like. But this is, I do like the handwritten letters and stuff. And these are things about clays and stuff. Yeah, very cool. Like one of the movies you might know him best for is the film The Royal Tenenbaums. They had Gene Hackman in it. It's a New York movie. The Royal Tenenbaums is first referenced in Wes Anderson's Notebook as a New York movie. So it wasn't called The Royal Tenenbaums originally, it was called New York Movie. The city which he had recently moved to provided the backdrop and inspiration for a story of a family in decline. Anderson developed a rich visual world and his vision of New York City and its interiors in collaborations with production designer David Wasco.
Apparently, Gene Hackman was very difficult on this movie, and Angelica Houston and what's his name from Lethal Weapon 3?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took issue with Gene Hackman.
Oh, thank you for that bit of information. Apparently Gene Hackman was the right shit on the filming. Yeah, so, yeah. Not great, is it? But he died, Gene Hackman died in a very suspicious way. I don't think anyone will know actually what happened to Gene Hackman. The plot centres around a townhouse belonging to the Tannenbaum family at the fictional 111 Archers Avenue. The house decor, which features drawings by Anderson's brother, Eric Chase Anderson, was partly inspired by New York landmarks like Gino's Restaurant and the Ballerman's Bar. The film's arresting visuals were key to its success, marking the first time Anderson's distinctive production design gained widespread recognition, both critical and popular, cementing his reputation as a visionary director. So he was, people like aspired to be like him, which is very nice. And I aspire to make films. That's why I do YouTube, and one day, there might be a Ray movie, and you'll be able to watch it on Netflix. Well, this drawing is very cool, and I guess this is Gene Hackman in the middle here, isn't it? You can tell me who everyone is, Devorah.
Gene Hackman, Angelica Houston,
Danny Glover.
Luke Wilson.
Hold a second. So Gene Hackman, Angelica Houston, Danny Glover, Luke Wilson. They got him spot on, haven't they? Yeah. Who else is this?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray at the back there. He's looking a bit more like that guy off, what's that programme? American Pickers. The guy hangs around with Matt Wolf. I like Matt Wolf, he's got a good name.
Luke Wilson.
What's that?
Luke Wilson.
He plays two parts.
No, his brother.
So that's Luke Wilson, and that's Owen Wilson and Luke.
Yeah, Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, they got him spot on, haven't they? That was the look he got when the New York Knicks lost a match. He was like sitting there going, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Well, if I was married to Chris Martin, that is the look I would be doing.
And I can't remember who plays the two.
Oh, because they're not bothered with them. But yeah, that's the look. If I was married to Chris Martin, that's the look I would be doing. And then down here, it's like, what's this down here? Is this like him directing it again? I'll say I'm always right. Here we go. It's like some pictures of in the movie. Why is Gene Hackman in the elevator? Did he spend most of the movie in the elevator?
I was going to say no, he came down on his luck, and to redeem himself, towards the end he got a job as like a porter in the building.
So, to redeem himself, he had to be a porter. I don't get that kind of redemption because it doesn't make much money being a porter. Okay, you've got nice drawings of the houses here, which are pretty cool. We like them. Oh. And like, what's this here? It's like one the building. Is this the building that they all live in? And that's Bill Murray there, looking all studious. And Gene Hackman with some kind of creature. I don't really like taxidermy, as you know, so let's go off that one. So I didn't really like Gene Hackman, to be honest, but it's like him holding taxidermy is quite a weird thing. Okay, this is the building you just saw the designs of, and you got this woman. Is this Gwyneth Paltrow here?
As a younger girl.
Yeah, as a younger girl, and that's Danny Glover up there, and Gwyneth Paltrow's looking all like, studious again, and brother looks like he's going to fall off his chair. You've got Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson over here. They look quite young in these pictures. He's with kind of skeleton or something. Okay, we're getting to the Royal Tenenbaums. I like these drawings of the costumes. I think that's like Ben Stiller's costume and Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, look. And then there's Owen Wilson. These are quite nicely drawn. We like these, And then you got onto the costumes. You can see the costumes here. Devorah loves these movies, so she's going to tell me whose costumes they are. Who's the fur coat from?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's what I thought. It was from Gwyneth Paltrow. Chris Martin bought this coat for her after his first hit with that song Yellow. Okay, whose outfit is this one?
This one is Luke.
This is Luke Owen, and I think the one next to it is Owen Wilson. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some plays and bits and bobs. Oh, you can see him there, Owen Wolfston. And look at this great picture of them all on quad bikes with funny masks. I like this. And I think I know who this bigger one belongs to. This red suit. Is this Ben Stiller's? Yeah, see, I got that one right. And I guess on the end here is who is the woman that played the Angelica Houston. She was in Addams Family, wasn't she? Yeah, she played Morticia. And I guess this one on the end is Gene Hackman's. The Darjeeling Limited. Very cool. I like this one best because it belonged to Ben Stiller, who is Zoolander. And you look over here, and it's got music scores and more really cool artwork drawings. Look at that, really cool. I like that's one of the best bits I like is the artwork, Looks better with my silhouette. Like here, look. Hello. Look at my little silhouette. Devorah, look at this. Devorah, look at this. Look. D. There's quite a lot of glare, so it's really hard to be filming here.
I was going to say, well, what would help is if they had lights across the back.
You're interrupting my video. I was talking. Thank you very much. Oi, yeah, oi. There's a lot of glare here. They need some anti-glare glass. And as I thought up, my idea, if they had some lights at the back, would be great as well. This was done with Steve Visso. This is the Life Aquatic next, filming on set and at sea. It's a bit dangerous. I saw a big film on when they did Jaws at sea, and they came up with lots of complications, like sharks kept on eating all the crew. So that was a little bit mad, wasn't it? For the next feature, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Anderson moved production from the United States to Europe for the first time. The film was shot aboard a World War II era minesweeper in the Mediterranean and at Rome's legendary Cinecittà Studios, once home to director Federico Fili's productions, inspired by the expeditions of French oceanographer Jacques Cousteau, a childhood idol of Anderson's. The film playfully parodies natural documentaries. The large-scale production required a specialised crew, including underwater filming and a helicopter unit. You've got to be careful in a helicopter, because sadly, one of my heroes, Oliver Tree, died in a helicopter accident in Brazil recently. Long live, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. And rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. The soundtrack, which features Portuguese language David Bowie covers, that's interesting, isn't it? Like David Bowie songs done in Portuguese, performed by Sue George, alongside an original score by Mark Mothersbaugh, became one of the film's most distinctive and memorable features. Equally iconic are the team visuals, colour-coordinated uniforms designed by Oscar-winning Melina Cantero, which stand out as some of the most recognisable costumes in Anderson's filmography. And what better to come first onto is this amazing drawing of a ship that shows all the different parts of the ship. You can see on there, like submarine or the little bits of the ship. This is really beautiful, like drawing. I would put this in my bathroom. This fish up here is really cool because it's yellow and it's like a leopard, like fish. I say fish. I mean shark, don't I? Like this, shark. He's got a little funny grin on him. Yeah, I'm a shark. And look at my leopards. Shark can't change its spots, can it? And it's like filming Team Zissou, I get this word wrong, had this flag to show what team they were. Like in the football or sporting events. You've got this wicked turtle down here and these other fish which are really cool as well. And then you've got the costumes from the film. This big pair of underpants there. And then a jumper with a Z on there. And you've got a helmet up here. As well as this amazing painting of Bill Murray. These are just fantastic here. Devora tells me that Bill Murray wore all these outfits, which is very cool. And I've got the fish, and the small fish down here. It's really cool. Then you got like the crab here.
That is good shot.
And then you got like this lizard. He's got his tongue out. He looks like he wants to give you a good lick, doesn't he, this lizard? But you know, you've got to be careful of the puffer fish, because these will sting you and like you go all puffy and like maybe explode or something, you mean? Do you know what I like best about this submarine here? It's like this submarine is ray size. You can see me going in this submarine. I would fit in this. I know this is probably a model for the bigger one, but I think I could use this and it'd be pretty cool. Yeah. And here, like, you've got books of like exploring underneath the sea, which I really like. And like painting of this stone guy that looks a bit like Patrick Stewart. I don't think he is Patrick Stewart though. I really like this sheet music thing with Bill Murray, and it's very, very cool. Yeah. You come over here, you've got like pictures from the movie, like little stills, done in a very nice way. Almost like that would be the place type style. You know, the bit when David Byrne comes out and he plays that song, and then he goes to the ceiling like this, and he's like playing on the ceiling. Well, you got Sean Penn like in the crowd, looking like Robert Smith from The Cure. Well, some of these look a bit like that. I really like these paintings. They're really, really cool. Like, well, are they paintings or drawing? I think they're drawn and then watercoloured over. It's like Bill Murray. And then some of the other characters from the movie. As I say, I've not really watched this movie, so I don't know much about it. Okay, here we go. If you look here, that tells you all you want to know. Then you've got a little drawing of a submarine over here. And there's, well, no, not submarine, it's a boat, isn't it? But it's the boat that we were looking at before. Why haven't I seen submarine? I think I'm still like thinking about this submarine over here and like going for a little ride in it. Okay, next up is the Darjeeling Limited, a family unit. The script of the Darjeeling Limited was written with Roman Coppola and Jason Schwartzman. The first but not last time the three would collaborate on a screenplay. The idea stemmed from Anderson's desire to combine three elements: a story about brothers, the vibrant landscape of India, and a train journey. While writing, they travelled to India and developed much of the script surrounding by the location they would then use for filming. Many scenes in the film were shot on custom-designed rail cars in Rajasthan, requiring detailed planning and technical ingenuity. They cramped quarters aboard the Darjeeling Limited made it impossible to use a conventional dolly, a platform on wheels, that is. You know, the thing that goes woo like this, it goes like this. It goes like this in front, and then you can pan a shot. And anyway, to archive the smooth tracking shots Anderson had in mind, he worked with Sanjay Sami, his now long-time expert in camera movement, to design a custom system to integrate the dolly track into the train-tight interior. So a lot of information there. Well, this portrait of Satya Ray, it's by Ray. Did I do this portrait? I don't remember doing this portrait, but I must have, because it said Ray did it. Yeah, so I must have done this portrait. It's composed by Ben Gill. Oh, I don't know. This Ray is referred to in Wes Anderson's work. I should be referred to, because I'm an inspiration for everyone, aren't I? Wes Anderson seems to like me. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? You've got some pictures up here, or black and white pictures of them filming the shots, and they didn't have a dolly, so they couldn't do the panning shots so well. But what I have seen in the movie, they seem to do them okay, which is great, isn't it? You've got this model of the train here. You can see little artistic work and intricate design details of the train. And this model's great because you can see right into the train, and you can see. Look, if you look up here, and you look onto that seat over there, you can see the carpetbagger. And the carpetbagger there. Can you see the carpetbagger there? Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, and so this is the train, and the drawings of the train that shows what they used to make the design. And they designed this so they could play out scenes. They probably had little dolls of the characters moving around the train, so they knew what they wanted to do before they did it, which is really interesting. And what I find most interesting is, where's the toilet? There's the toilet just here. Yeah, you can't see into the toilet, so they didn't plan that bit out, did they? And see, look, it says on the side of the train, Darjeeling Limited. And it's got a little elephant over here, which is cool. And then this is the carriage. Look at that, looks really grand, doesn't it? Look at the chandeliers on the top here. And I like all these little bits of trains. It shows you where in the train it was. So they must have had these in for every part of the train, which is really cool. So why have we only got 2 pictures? There should be loads more.
Shoes, and he gets them cleaned by a shoe shiner, and they run off with one of his shoes.
Apparently, I've just been told by Devora, these are really expensive shoes. Can you see these? They're really, and basically when he goes to get these shoes shined, because you want to keep your nice shoes nice, don't you? Because you want to keep your nice shoes nice, don't you? Someone runs off with one of them. But what's the point in having one of the shoes? You need 2, because otherwise you're just hopping around the place, which is not my point. But what my favourite item I just noticed over here is this deadly box, the dangerous box. And there's a flamethrower type thing at the top here. What's it? It's pepper spray gun. So did they keep this in this dangerous box? I think this is pretty cool, this dangerous box here. Oh, was there a poisonous snake in this box? Come out, little poisonous snake. You want to come out and see me. And look, this is a sign for the Darjeeling Limited. And these are some beautiful costumes. I really like the pin badge with the elephant on there, look. They're pretty amazing. Devora, no one's paying attention. I'm just going to get that badge for you. You didn't see that disappear, did you?
Do you trust me? Only time.
No, you're not meant to steal from museums, so don't do that. The movie starts with a shot where Natalie Portman and Jason Schwartzer, or whatever his name is, in these robes. But in a lot of versions of the movie, they don't include this. But you know, I think I need some like luggage like this with Ray written on them. You know, so when I go on my travels and make videos, I've got some luggage, and then I can make you idiots carry it. Okay, I've been told by Devora, because she's the knowledge in this film, that these baggages, they are like the baggage of the family's life. So they're carrying around all this baggage, and you know, when they by accident lose this baggage, they are free. Free to live their life the way they want to, free to do things they want to, because they have no longer got the baggage of their past life. I really like this picture of Gandhi. I like the blues. I like the staining in the background of it. The staining is the best part that makes it like it pop out and be unique. Things don't always have to be perfect, like corners of PlayStation. No, that's not PlayStation. Of Nintendo Switch. On boxes don't need to be perfect, because sometimes having a bit of damage is a good thing. I'm only trying to make Devora feel better because her shelf collapsed the other day. So if you have a Nintendo Switch 2 box, the one that came with Mario, can you send, and it's in perfect condition, can you please send it to me, because she's really upset about it. Okay? So make sure you send it to me, okay? Bye! I'm in the desert now, in India. Yeah. I like the tigers on this Bengal Lancia sign, and there's some more Polaroids. You know, Wes Anderson really did like to take a Polaroid, and I think I'm going to be sending him loads of Polaroids of me at this exhibit. But I didn't bring my Polaroid camera, so I'm going to have to come back and take some Polaroids of this exhibit. Yeah, so you can take a Polaroid of a Polaroid, which is amazing. Yeah. Okay, we're coming on to Moonrise Kingdom, drawing from childhood, set in 1965 on the fictional island of New Penzance in New England. Moonrise Kingdom was Anderson's first period film, co-written with Roman Coppola. The script draws heavily on the pair's own childhood memories of first love. Working with longtime cinematic Robert Yeoman, Anderson shot Moonrise Kingdom on Super 16mm films, suited to the 1960s setting. Filmed on the location with a small crew in Rhode Island, United States, the production often required trekking through forests with minimal gear. The intimacy of the lightweight crew helped the young, first-time actors Jared Gilman and Cara Hayward feel comfortable on set. And this is a really beautiful picture. I really like this one. It's like fantastic, isn't it? Look at that scenery. Imagine being there. And then you've got this painting, which is also nice scenery, but a bit more fantasy. And it shows the young actors there, down there. One with a gun, one with a pink outfit. This is the canoe they went in the film. This is like when you go like to a holiday camp, you know, like in the olden days when you send you like to Camp Crystal Lake, you know, and then you've got like a guy with a big machete coming around after you. But this, you know, this is without the guy with the machete called Jason. This is like, you know, doing like camping and things in the forest and earning your badges like Cub Scouts and stuff. And some beautiful drawings again. Lots of beautiful drawings in this film, and these are like some of the outfits that they wore in the film. You know, they've got the Cub Scouts thing, and he's got like a raccoon there, so he's got a raccoon hat, but you know what would be better than a raccoon patch, you know, better than a raccoon patch would be a wolf patch.
Grey wolf, grey wolf.
If he had a wolf patch, that'd be even better. And he's got like his camp stuff there, which is really cool. Coping with the very troubled child. Oh, you know, it's quite hard to cope with a really troubled child. The first thing I wouldn't do to cope with a real troubled child is not give them a pair of scissors. Because if you give a pair of scissors to the troubled child, then they'll be even more troubled, and you'll have a bit of a Paris Hilton moment, which is not, you know, is not good. You know, you want to help them with their troubles and make sure they're okay. Because we like Paris Hilton and we want him to be okay. So, you know, keep the scissors away from him and make sure he's all right. Look. And yeah, is that a wolf? Yeah, it's a wolf there. Awesome. Yeah, look at me on the map. Look, I can like go to places in the map with my shadow. Okay, over here we got some like is this books or records? I remember my mum had this record, and you know, she used to put it on. It's a very weird record, actually. And you've got some books. I'm sure this record's by a French singer. What's her name? Yes, Francoise Hardy. Yeah, it does sound like a French singer. And you've got like some like The Girl from Jupiter, Disappearance of the Sixth Grade, Shelley and the Secret Universe, The Lights of the Seven Matchsticks, The Turn of Auntie Lorraine, and the Francine Odysseys. And there's a drawing for the Francine on. This must be the original drawing, which is pretty cool. I think I need a tent like this. It's pretty cool. Apparently, Divorce says, I think those two kids run away together and they take that French lady's music and they have a little record player and they play her music in the woods because she can't keep on playing that song. She has to play the song, and you know, I don't know. Obviously, I can't remember much about the movie. This is the other side of the tent. It's pretty cool. We like this. Okay, we're on to the next one. Fantastic Mr. Fox, directing the puppets.
Grey wolf, grey wolf.
Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wes Anderson's first stop motion film, brings to life the bold story of Roald Dahl. You know, I don't agree with all the things Roald Dahl did, but and things he talked about. But, you know, I don't agree with most of them, but he did write a good book. So let's just forget about the other things and think about the books he wrote. But yeah, Oompa Loompas, what are they?
Let's say he was an anti-Semite, And originally in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Blumpers were originally depicted as black African pygmy slaves, and he was asked to change it, I think, in the 50s or the 60s or something like that. But nobody ever brings this up.
That's a bit wrong, isn't it? Well, enough of that. This is a fun channel for fun people, so like we can't talk about stuff like that. It's not, you know. Anyway, rather than strictly adapting the children's novel, Anderson expanded its world with new characters and storylines. He and co-writer Noah Baumbach wrote the screenplay at Dahl's former home, Gypsy House, in Great Misden, England. Baumbach, does that sound like a Jewish name? It does a little bit, Baumbach. I think he might be a Jewish man. Immersing themselves in the author's environment. Bit ironic. The film was shot over 2 years at Free Mill Studios in London, where miniature sets and puppet makers built Mr. Fox's world, avoiding the growth trend for computer-generated images. Anderson favoured handcrafted stop-motion techniques. We started this way, when we did the channel with stop motion and making little creatures move along and stuff. Anyway, we don't do that now. We just have, real life wolves. Many effects were created entirely in camera, with water simulated using silk cling film and hair gel, and flames and smoke made from carved soap and cotton wool. Anderson continued to refine his approach to stop motion ever since, and has incorporated the techniques even in his live action movies. The film starred George Clooney, Mel Streep, and Jason Schwartzman, who was from Poland and Jewish. And it also had Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, and William Dafoe in it. So what a brilliant cast that was. Hey, Jason Schwartzman is American, but he's from Polish Jewish descent. Or whatever that are. I get confused by these things. Anyway, The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Look at that mini little book. I really like this. It's like Ray's size. This mini book is Ray's size. It's so cool. This is the favourite thing I've seen so far. It's a little wolf. Look at him. He's really cool, isn't he? Yeah. It's always the best things are wolves. You know that. And this rat is pretty cool as well. He's got like a stripy jumper. I think he might be a Sunderland supporter or something, Yeah, should support Millwall. And I like this little... I think I should need to get this motorbike. I think I might fit in there. And when I'm going to my gigs, I can go to my gigs in this motorbike. These are just fantastic. They look, when they're talking about Fantastic Mr. Fox, I think there's Fantastic Badger, Fantastic Otter. Is that Beaver? It's Beaver, sorry, it's not an otter, it's Beaver. Fantastic Beaver. They're all fantastic. Look at this little guy down here. I really like this banjo. Banjo's amazing. And they've got this like a model of Dan here. What's Dan doing here? This guy looks a bit like Victor Meldrew. These are very cool. And this guy's like Cockney, he could be in Peaky Blinders. And this guy looks like that guy from Pie in the Sky and Harry Potter. All this is like amazing. So you've got the Fantastic Mr. Fox at the end here. Very cool. And this is like showing some of them in action in the movie. Look at these great, fantastic Mr. Fox stuff. I love this drawing of the badger. This might be one of my favourite things. Picture of the badger. These are lovely drawings. And look at the lovely scene. Look at all the detail on all the tree branches and everything. It looks like a real tree, doesn't it? Looks like a real tree, doesn't it? All the tree branches on here, all the intricate detail, all the little things. Absolutely fantastic it is, you mean? You got like, more like, you got the sheet music here from Fantastic Mr. Fox. And then you got like the drawings of the treehouse which we saw a second ago. And it's really cool, isn't it? And then you've got the treehouse over here. So all the little things, they made it in like little miniature, and they've got like the houses and under the ground and what's going on in the school and everything. This is just fantastic work, isn't it? And these are like the original like models they made to design the characters. And then you can see how they move some of the characters with animatronics and stuff. But look at the layers, and then you've got like, you know, the badger on the end here. And you know, Dan fell over that badger the other day and was really sad about it. He looked a bit like this one. So it makes it even more sad that Dan fell over the badger. Well, remember it was on the video when we were filming, and then Dan was filming me and he fell over the badger. You know, it was a really sad moment, but Dan looked like an idiot, which was funny. Sorry. Which was really funny. That's Mr. Fox. Really cool.